Sunday morning. Let's see what we get, guys. Red, blue synchronicities all day. Cars revving their engines. Cars turning on their engines. Red, blue synchronicities. You know the shenanigans. It's Sunday morning too, so you shouldn't see too much, but there's never a dull moment of these perps. Slamming car doors right in your vicinity. Red pants, blue pants, red shirts, blue shirts. City kind of quiet. I want to talk to you guys about something. What's up? I know this shit is just a sick, sadistic game. Like, T.I.'s, you're just the person people love to fuck with, bro. Almost like your life is a movie. Like, you ever hear artists talk about, my life is a movie? T.I.'s, literally, your life is a movie. These assholes watch your YouTube. If you're a T.I. who makes content, they watch your YouTube. Especially they really like playing with you. The T.I.s that make content, they like playing with us a lot. So, a couple of days ago, I made a video. I think Friday, Thursday. We didn't do it Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. I made a video last Wednesday, of how. Why is it down? Dirty as hell down here. But I made a video last Wednesday talking about how the trash dude comes in every day at a specific time. And every day since I've been working, he makes sure he comes out at Pacific time, bro. All bullshit, Truman Show shit. Like I said, I talked to the guard who I took his job, and it was like he barely came. He came like maybe once, twice out of the week. Sometimes he would come like a whole month. Or during his time. They were mainly coming during like a little earlier, during first shift or whatever. So basically the trash dude wasn't coming every day like he's doing with my ass. As soon as I made that video, right after I made that video, bro, Thursday, Friday, guess what? He didn't come in. He didn't come in. It's no different for the people who've been watching me for some years now. It's no different to when I used to make those videos, call it before it happens, and I used to tell you how certain individuals would synchronize with me, do the same repeating thing. As soon as I call it out in a video, I would never see that tactic again. There's no difference, It's hard for me to really catch certain synchronicities and tactics that they did in the past with certain individuals, but there's no difference. You call something out, and they hit you with the bullshit. Sunday morning. Remember I said about the colors of the people who's in my path. Notice the color, the clothing. Just notice the clothing of the people in my presence, bro. What did I say? I didn't get no vehicle tactics yet, but the people I've been seeing, what colors have they been wearing? Just keep that in mind, for the people that want to call it schizophrenic and shit, and, you just out of your mind. And my walk path, why do you see only people with red, blue synchronicities on? Tell me that. Then I'll go get help. I'll go, whatever you chef the handler type of people want me to do, just answer that question for me. Why are you seeing what I'm talking about in live action? It's not everybody. I don't look at these people and be like, oh, they're gangsters. They're waiting for me. It's really the actions. It's really the things people have on. The things that they do. As a T.I. going through this crap for years, you'll learn what to look out for. You'll know what to recognize as someone generally minding their own business or people set up to mind your business. You can tell, it screams through your ear. Nothing you can do. You know, it's just 24/7 Truman Show for innocent civilians. People call you crazy and weird. Watch these people go crazy and beyond weird. You know? Even me recording my videos and how I'm always doing this, I received the indirect support because he's always recording it. Yeah, like, come on, bro. Y'all always stalking, harassing me, and, you know, basically slandering my name to all shit to where the community know to chew me up and spit me out. Food tampering, same synchronicities, color synchronicities, bullcrap. You know, the main reason of me making those last two videos as well is to show you. You know how, for the real TIs that's watching, you know how you be having those moments where you notice small things, you know, but sometimes it goes above and beyond, and you keep noticing and you keep noticing, and you're just like, man, I wish I could just fucking tell people that. So whether you want to admit to or not, but you can, the video I made, the first video I made where I was walking on my way to the location I'm walking now, you can't deny the fact that you did not see multiple times, about 4 or 5 times, blue red cars together. You can't deny that fact. You can say it's crazy, you can say it's weird, you can say you're out of your mind, but mute the video and watch it, bro. Watch all media, just listen, that's all you gotta do. Listen to what I say right now. Red, blue cars together in the first video I made where I was walking this direction. Watch it, mute it. Watch how many times you're gonna see a blue and a red car together. That was the whole purpose of me even making that video. Just to show you the small shit that they'll do, you know? It's just another thing. Like, I be reading the comments sometimes as TIs be telling me the certain things they be experiencing. That's a big ass rat. But, you know, that's all that video purpose was. It's the same thing with this. I'm not really worried about the synchronicities of the games, but look at the first couple of people you see as soon as you leave the crib. You ain't gotta believe TIs is experiencing this. You know, a lot of our stories do sound outlandish, but it is what it is, bro. You know? You're yelling when you get close, you know, bullshit. You walk a certain path because certain roads and stuff is closed off, you know, so no matter what path you go, wherever you step outside of it, they know your direction of where you're going, no matter if you'll see the cars parked. But this shit, literally this shit, you'll always see red and blue cars together. Well, I can't speak for every TI, but for me, red, blue, always together. You know, I'm telling you, sometimes I be thinking that Pittsburgh and New York, because I went to New York one time and noticed the same bullshit. You know, HQ cities, bro. Like, it's everywhere. But there's something about Pittsburgh that lets me know these niggas wish up the gang stalking program. Community-oriented harassment. It originated in cities like Pittsburgh. You know, you could just take gang stalking out, and what Pittsburghers like to do is gossip and slander. You wouldn't even know a motherfucker's face if it smacks you in the, you know, you wouldn't even know a person. But it's the gossip, the slander, the rumors, the lies. Fuck gang stalking. That shit is a part of Pittsburgh culture. I never seen this person before, but I know that he's an evil motherfucker. Even though I didn't, because I heard it from multiple different people, you know, without even uttering a word to you. Just ignore gang stalking for a moment. Pittsburgh is the type of city where it's shit talk galore, you know? People just love talking shit, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm surprised this black car didn't represent. Now they're thirsty, they be, you know? Now let's take a look down. You see the blue hat? Oh, it's more so turquoise. Yeah, no, that's probably just another thought. No colors. Never mind. Well, it's not everybody, you know. That's one thing you need to remember, TIs, as much as I would hate to admit. Sometimes it's not everybody. It's not all. And every time you leave, it's every single person you see. It's not an agent, but there's a lot of them, you know. That's the crappy thing about dealing with this harassment, because it's so covert, bro. You ever ask yourself how people go crazy? This is it. Because I've always wondered that, bro. You know, if you wasn't born fucked up or went through some type of trauma, like how, and out of nowhere you just turned crazy, and people who knew you, like, man, I remember he used to be so sane, like he was so cool, so right-minded. Yeah, it's programs like this, it's communities like this, you know, that just can't help but shit on you, whether it's bloodline, whether you really did something. But at the end of the day, it's so secretive, bro. If I really did a crime, you know, read me out my rights, bro. Tell me what I did wrong. I want to be able to people to walk past and say it to my face, and not be indirect, use indirects and subliminals to let me know what they think and how they feel about me, you know? Because before I made content, I was actually opening my mouth and talking to motherfuckers. Yo, you talking to me? No, bro, what you talking about? What you talking about? But you'll literally hear this. You'll walk past the same motherfucker. He'll say the same thing every time. You question them. Nah, bro, what you talking about? You know, sometimes you got to give these people props, bro. Masters in the art of deception. Masters of the art of manipulation and control. Masters of playing stupid when they know exactly what the fuck is going on. It is what it is, man. Enjoy this walk. Forget about the gang stalking. Just hear my words, you know? Let's have a conversation. Let's relax. Look at this beautiful sun. Look at the mist. Look at the artificial mist they're trying to block out the sun because how hot it is. You know, that's one thing. Another thing about Pittsburgh. This is how I know these creatures, these reptilians, whatever this city is, they try so damn hard to block out the sun. It's insane, bro. Like, look at it. Don't look like a glare. The sun look like a glare. Why isn't it clear? You know? Why can I be able to see the sun perfect? Why is there this thin sheet, white sheet in the sky, bro? But you look up here, clear sky, clear sky, clear sky. You look at the sun, a random sheet over the sun. Because these are the people that can't take the sunlight. You know, you could tell the people who can't take sunlight is the motherfuckers walking around with sunglasses and shit. You know, the people walking around, you know, with umbrellas in mid-sun. Oh, look, we got to get mimicry right here. Look at the mimicry tactic. You on the phone, we on the phone. We know you're recording right now, so here we go. We're going to have somebody synchronized looking at the phone, acting like they're doing the same thing you're doing. Look at the mimicry, you know? You on the phone, we on the phone. You on the bridge, we on the bridge. It's a sick game, bro. These people are weird, bona fide weirdos. And just because they have an obsession with controlling people's lives, it's okay. You know? Mimicry, gotta love it. You gotta love it, bro. I remember when I used to start recording, I remember I made this video where I was, you know, look, walk past, off the phone. Not holding the phone no more. That's fucking bullshit, bro. You know? It's bullshit. It's just so funny to me now. Because I know when I explain stuff like this, people just might say, oh, you're just crazy. You're just this, you're that. You know, you're just, you know, lost in your mind. It's finally getting to you. You're just going crazy, man. Yeah. You know, I just don't give a fuck, bro. Well, I'm learning now to care about certain things like, you know, spirituality, the fact that this is a spiritual war. God is the way. I'm learning. I had that conversation with God. I'm learning to not totally throw everything out the window, bro. You know, actually people who's good-hearted and stuff like that, I'm learning. You know, I'm learning to open up my mouth a little bit more despite what the rumors are saying. Because it's even more of a smack in the face when you start to, you know, come out your shell. You forget about the words and the rumors, the lies of people, and you want to just, and you start talking to folks, and it's like, man, I heard this about you, but you seem to be a cool guy. You know, I done heard someone say that shit to me, bro, but, you know, story for another day. You know, it is what it is, bro. It's 24/7. You understand, bro? These people ain't just trying to destroy who you are as a person and your image. No, they're trying to take your soul. Most of these people don't even have a soul. I could tell, you know, one thing certain, the people who live around me for sure don't have souls, bro. Same faces, same look. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. It is what it is. It's my spiritual battle. It's for me to understand certain things and to ignore it and to do better, you know? Focus on myself even more. You know, when you got people who's around you all day and their whole purpose is to get you to acknowledge the things that they're doing, that means that you're doing the right thing, but you need to continue to get better, bro. Continue to prosper, because they don't want us to have happiness. They don't want us to be able to wake up every day and be able to smile and laugh. No, they want us to be miserable. This is a spiritual battle, bro. You know, can you agree that God is good? Because I can say more than anything, bro. I've been dealing with, man, so I'm lost for words right now, because it's like I really just been under spiritual attack throughout Pittsburgh, bro. You know, I bought this shirt where it's a God shirt. It says, "In God we trust," and you know, it looks real nice. I'll probably show it to y'all in another video. But tell me why I wore that shirt twice. First time I wore it, walking past people, niggas just laughing out loud, hysterically. Walking past people with that shirt, I wore it twice. And both times I wore it, the same thing happened multiple times. People just start laughing out hysterically. Like witches, bro. Like, y'all claim that y'all love God, but y'all praise the God of this world. Y'all don't praise the God of everything, the God of life, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Y'all not talk about that God. Y'all talk about the God who continues to give, as long as you inflict suffering and pain on others, the ones that's giving you money and materialism, free housing, free gift cards, free, pathetic. Look at the dude jogging slow. Look at the blue shirt. You get closer and closer to your destination. So they got to hit you with more and more synchronicities. You know, get your exercise in, you know, for the perks, being productive while you're doing your synchronicities. You know, good for you. You know, transportation trucks. I'm so mad because I keep referring to the videos I had, the 700 videos I had, of just at least 200 of them was like synchronicities, bro. Calling shit out before it happens. You know, I had a couple people message me and said that was the main reason why they really fucked with me. It's just seeing how, you know, you got the people who just set the camera up and they just sit in there. Every single video is about gang stalking, but you don't see not one goddamn proof of it. I done shown hundreds of videos of synchronicities. You know, even the ones I've been restarting. Like I said, I'm going way harder this time. You know, I can't wait till I start making videos in another state. You know, so I can show y'all the certain, because I know it's just going to start right back from the top. You know, free whispers here and there. And then my third, fourth year staying in that city is just going to get out of control, bro. I already know how the game goes. You know, it's hard to find real solid people that's not going to give a fuck about a dollar, give a fuck about, you know, what other people are saying about you. It takes real, understand, T.I.s, if you got a friend, if you could call somebody a friend, a girlfriend, you know, a real family member, understand you got somebody real in your corner, bro. You got somebody that don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if you really have your weird moments, bro. They fuck with you for you. And it's hard to find people like that, bro. Even this world preaches, you know, it's like it wants you to be afraid of everyone, beware of everyone. Like, you know, I could tell God been fighting for me for a long time, bro, and I've just been being ignorant to the gifts He been giving me, allowing me to see how, yes, whether people believe us or not, bro, there's whole cities under control, bro, and people don't want to believe that. They don't. A shout out for the peace of mind I was able to get, you know, barely any synchronicities. I'm thankful for that. Oh man, so beautiful. This walk, the sun, even though there's an invisible sheet over the sun, it still feel pretty good, you know? Peaceful, not seeing nobody. I reckon when I leave though, I'll probably get a lot more synchronicities. You know, it is what it is though. Like I said, the closer I get to my spot, you know, they might go a little bit overboard, maybe. Who knows? And actually, I think I'm a little early, so I can wait. I can wait right here for a little bit. You know, but I'm learning, man. As much as I hate to admit it, bro, God is the way. You know, I'm still skeptical when it comes to certain things like, you know, utility. You know, like I said, the closer I get to my destination, the crazier they're going to get. You know, but you know, I'm learning. And you could think I'm wrong. You could probably think it's blasphemy, but I'm just telling what I feel in my heart, bro. I'm never going to find God anywhere outside of me, bro. I'm never going to find the kingdom of heaven outside of me, bro. It's within me. And I'm learning, in order to make myself happy, in order to make myself feel better, I got to feed the temple right, bro. I got to do the right things. So I don't feel so, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, bro. I don't feel so lost, you know? I've been doing a lot of shit, you know. It took me forever to really fully break down, you know. I was trying to read what that said. But I've been trying, like, at the end of the day, I'm learning, bro. It all takes its time. Some of the people already get it, you know. We all is on different paths. Look, utility, and then look what color shirt he got. Look how he looking too. Worry about yourself, bro. You see how the camera hit on me? The camera hit him. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You know, real weirdos, dude. Real weirdos, you know. And they swear up and down we the crazies, we're the weirdos. You know, I mean, we all a little crazy, you know. That's just what it is. But that's good, you know, especially if you're crazy as you just a different person, bro. You don't have the same likes and dislikes as everybody else, you know? That's the good kind of crazy. See, these people, their crazy is evil and sadistic. Like niggas like watching you, stalking you, talking shit about every time they see you 1,000 times, because their job is literally synchronized with you. Every time they see you, oh, go to bitch ass nigga right here. You got a bitch ass nigga right here. You got a bitch ass nigga right here. You know, like their crazy is evil, dude. They don't have good crazies. If that makes any sense, I'm sorry, you know, but it is what it is, bro. We all a little crazy, but our crazy is the good kind of crazy, you know, the crazy that's gonna fight for others, defend other people, you know, chill and hang and vibe out with you, be a little weird to make the energy go up, you know. These people crazy. Oh, that's the weird guy, that's the creepy guy. It's like they be creating problems out of nothing, dude. Like, it's like they try so hard to make you the problem. Like, even when I come in here to come eat sometimes, can't even sit down and eat. Niggas staring at me. If I'm sitting at a table with somebody, sometimes as soon as I sit down, niggas will get up. Or if I sit down and eat, you know, I don't know if I eat a little fast or whatever, but I don't take my time, especially the way shelters be serving you, be giving you a little piece of sausage and a little eggs. You got niggas sitting there cutting it with their fork and shit. Nigga, it's finger food. Nigga, I'm gonna pick it up, put the whole thing in my mouth. No diddy, you know, just real shit, bro. You know, you niggas sitting there using a knife and, you know, like, come on, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Little piece of ass sausage like that big, bro, using a knife. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know? Shit crazy, bro, the amount of crap I gotta deal with. You know, but, you know, I sit down at the table, you got nigga, you constantly hear people, oh, that's the devil. Oh, there go the devil. You know, I guess they told this asshole to come over here. So let's go ahead and, you know, walk and mind my own business. You know, they always want to get one of the perps to sit up on you to see what you're saying. So let's pause the conversation. So what you do? Just walk this way, spray one time, walk away. Nice. Want to hear what Daddy's saying, huh? What is the T.I. saying, man? I came all the way over here to wait for you to synchronize, man. You're just still sitting right there, man. What I got to do to get you to move? No, I'm just playing. Look at the games. Then you come. Oh, time to go. He's going to his destination. That's what you deal with, bro. Remember, as a T.I., everything happens when you leave. They pull up when you come in, and they leave when you leave in the vicinity. You know? Never stops. It is what the fuck it is. But yeah, you know, I didn't really get too much synchronicity. Sorry I wasn't on the camera. You know, but you never know. Maybe on the walk back, if I notice a lot of synchronicities, I'll show you again. You know, it's probably because it's Sunday morning and, you know. But, you know, no matter what, you're always going to get certain synchronicities. Never stops. It's all day. You got to learn to not let it put you in an irritable state, you know? Pace yourself. When you're walking about, you're walking around these persons, walk like you don't have no care in the world. Blue bicycle, lovely. You know? Slow walk, you know, don't speed walk. You know, I be wanting it because every once in a while I'll watch T.I.'s videos. And if you ever see T.I.'s who are walking really fast, bro, if they turn around and turn the camera, you'll often see people speed walking behind you. You know? Like trying to keep up with you. Look, you leave the vicinity, they leave. Truman Show, gotta love it. You see how he turned his head too? Instead of, if you're driving, you would look straight, right? You know, as soon as the camera get on you, let me turn my head a little bit. You know? Don't want the world to see the real weirdos, man. You know? I don't think we should scoop to their levels, you know? Do what they do. But like being aware of the real creeps, bro, the real weirdos whose literally job is to synchronize and watch somebody all day. I feel like the real community need to know about these type of folks. You know, it is what it is. I just know it's something messed up going on. It's a spiritual battle we going through. Like I said, I went through levels when coming to this program, bro. Now it's like, I don't know. This video's too long. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat, do something else. Like you see the mimicry again? Everybody doing what you doing. Red, blue. What is that, Cybertruck? That's cool. What you doing way over here? You know? Everybody in the community walk past me like this. I don't never get to just normal reaction. Hey, how you doing? You know? It's just always... Unbelievable, bro. I'm telling you. And these be the people. Why you don't talk to nobody? You know? That's okay. No, forget that you're getting harassed. Forget that we're slandering you. We're calling you creep, rapist, killer, weird, PDF file. You know, forget all that. Yeah, no. Just still, we want you to talk to us. No, but you know, we're creepy. You know, I thought we were the monsters. I thought I was the big bad wolf. Now you want to have a friendly conversation after everything you tried to do to me? You know, you wanted to destroy me. Like, it's like these people is like the negative version of genuine people. Because when you meet somebody first time, the genuine experience is, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, blah, 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 blah. You know, conversation. You might vibe, you might not vibe, you know, but at the end of the day, that genuine reaction to people for the first time, it's supposed to be a good experience. But it's like they're the opposite of that. They see you for the first time, man, who the fuck is this nigga? This motherfucker always, who the hell this nigga? Like, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know, it's like the Flash, you know, we are part of the Speed Force, they are part of the negative Speed Force. You know? They don't know what it is, they just want to see us suffer and die in pain and agony, you know? Because apparently we disrupt their energy and their life, you know? We make them feel uncomfortable, you know? So they hate us. Not doing nothing. Not bothering nobody. You know? Even people that work here are literally waiting for you to come. Just standing there, just staring your direction, you know? Just on your dick already. Yeah, that's what you deal with. All day. I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of these people scare me. Not intimidated. I'm still going to go over there. You know, hey, how you doing? Let me eat. Get the fuck up out of here. You know? I'm not here to entertain nobody's bullshit, bro. That's all these assholes be want you to do. Entertain them. I ain't entertaining none of y'all, bro. Fuck y'all. I'm minding my own business. And it's a problem when you minding your own business. Because you gotta have everybody all in your business. You know? It's not just, oh, you won't talk. No, it's deeper than that, bro. It's that you won't tolerate fucked up ass people. You won't tolerate, you're a natural bullshit detector. And a lot of times people just trying to bullshit their way around you. You know? But this is Bahama, man. I'm out of here. This is down to 30 minutes. I might even split this video up. Who knows?